never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't.
A video went viral this weekend claiming to show Erika Kirk applying fake tear solution backstage seconds before stepping onto a TPUSA stage to manufacture grief in front of a live audience. It spread everywhere, immediately, hundreds of thousands of views, memes, accusations, people calling it satanic, people calling it the final proof that her grief has always been a performance. There is just one problem. A close viewing of the video shows that Erika was not holding a small bottle where tear solutions are usually placed. The claim was debunked. The video does not show what people said it showed. And yet the accusation is still circulating, still being shared, still being treated as confirmed fact by a significant portion of the internet. That gap between what the video actually shows and what millions of people believe it shows, that is the story today. And it tells you something deeply important about where the war against Erika Kirk has arrived in April 2026. Welcome to the Marquee Report. Let's get into all of it. Let's start with exactly what happened because precision matters here. On X, user ParodyJeffX uploaded a video of Kirk standing backstage right before a TPUSA event. In the clip, the mother of two is wearing a white shirt and dark-colored jeans. In the caption, the user alleged that Erika used a tear solution seconds before she stepped on stage to make the public think that she was crying. The user wrote, "Never forget," when Erika Kirk was caught using tear solution to create fake tears before going on the TPUSA stage. Grieving differently. The post went viral immediately. The framing was designed to land hard, the phrase "never forget," invoking the language of collective memory and outrage. The phrase "grieving differently," a callback to the months of commentary questioning whether Erika's public grief looks the way grief is supposed to look. Critics were quick to accuse her of faking her tears, with some agreeing that she had used a tear solution right before the event. The comment section became exactly what you would expect from an audience that has been primed for months to believe the worst about this woman. One person wrote at this point, "It is just satanic." Another attacked her clothing choices. Others uploaded memes of Kirk as a doll with exaggerated fake black tears running down her face. The problem is, the video does not show what the caption claims it shows. A close and honest viewing of the footage does not reveal a small bottle. It does not show a dropper. It does not confirm the application of any substance. The accusation was built on an interpretation of blurry backstage footage, not on clear visual evidence of what was actually happening. Here is the more important question. If the evidence does not support the claim, why did millions of people believe it immediately? The answer has nothing to do with this specific video and everything to do with the information environment that has been constructed around Erika Kirk over the past 7 months. Kirk has faced heavy backlash online from commentators who said she jumped straight into work without what they perceived as an adequate mourning period. During a Fox News interview with host Jesse Waters, she said there have cameras all over my. She was describing what it feels like to grieve publicly while being scrutinized constantly, and even that statement got turned into a talking point against her. The tear solution video did not arrive in a vacuum. It arrived after months of accumulated accusations, the audio recording controversy, the security story contradiction, the empty seats, the kiss with Trump, the sprint offstage, the Candace Owens documentary series, the Drusky parody, the wedding ring removal backlash, the yoga shopping spree allegations. Each of those stories, whether true, false, or somewhere in between, added another layer to the narrative that Erika Kirk is performing grief rather than living it. So, when a video appeared that seemed to confirm what people already believed that her tears are manufactured, the audience was already primed to accept it without scrutiny. That is how misinformation spreads in 2026, not through one big lie. Through 100 smaller accusations that build a picture so compelling that when a piece of false evidence appears, it feels like confirmation rather than a new claim requiring independent verification. Let's be honest about what is really happening here, because it goes beyond Erika Kirk specifically. There is a long and uncomfortable history of public figures having their grief dissected and judged by audiences who were never in the room, who was too emotional, who was not emotional enough, who cried too much. Who smiled too soon? Who went back to work too fast? Who stayed home too long? Every one of those judgments says more about the audience making them than about the person being judged. Grief does not follow a script. It does not have a correct presentation. It does not unfold on a timeline that strangers can evaluate from viral clips. Supporters have defended her, saying grief manifests differently for everyone, and that perceived performative behavior should not be equated with deception. Friends close to her say she continues to grieve privately while adapting to leadership under intense media glare. Think about what that actually means. She is raising 2 children alone. She is running one of the most scrutinized political organizations in America. She is navigating a public war with Candace Owens. She is managing a fractured conservative movement while simultaneously being used as a political symbol by the president and the vice president. And she is doing all of this while every public appearance she makes gets analyzed frame by frame by people who have already decided who she is. And then a video appears claiming to show her faking tears, and before anyone checks whether the video shows what it claims to show, the internet has already delivered its verdict. Here is the most frustrating part of this entire situation. The claim was debunked. The evidence does not support the accusation. The video does not show a bottle. The video does not confirm the application of any substance. Responsible coverage of this story has said clearly the allegation is not supported by the footage. However, a close viewing of the video shows that Erika was not holding a small bottle where tear solutions are usually placed. But here is the reality of how viral misinformation operates in 2026. The accusation travels at the speed of outrage. The debunking travels at the speed of correction. Those are not the same speed. The accusation will always reach more people than the clarification. The memes will always outlast the fact check. The caption, "Never forget," is designed to make the claim permanent, regardless of whether the evidence holds up. As of publication, neither Erika Kirk nor Turning Point USA has publicly commented on the alleged use of tear-inducing drops. A TPUSA spokesperson reportedly declined media requests for clarification. That silence is a strategic calculation. Responding to a debunked viral claim gives it oxygen. Issuing a denial keeps it in the news cycle. The playbook for anyone who has studied how viral controversies work is almost always to say nothing and let the debunking do the work quietly. But in Erika Kirk's case, the accumulated weight of so many controversies means that quiet debunkings barely register. The accusation has already been absorbed into the broader narrative. Another entry in a long list of reasons to distrust her, whether the specific evidence holds up or not. Step back and look at the full picture of what has happened to Erika Kirk's public image since September 2025. A backstage video allegedly showing Erika Kirk applying a tear-inducing solution moments before stepping on stage at a Turning Point USA memorial event sparked an intense global debate over authenticity, grief, and political performance. The debate intensified when British comedian John Cleese reposted the clip with a quote attributed to George Burns' "Sincerity is the key. If you can fake that, the sky's the limit." That Cleese post is actually a perfect encapsulation of the problem. A comedian, not a journalist, not a fact-checker, not someone who watched the full unedited footage, added cultural weight to an unverified accusation by attaching a famous quote to it. And now, millions of people have encountered the story through that lens. Analysts suggest that the controversy highlights a broader trend in political activism, performative mourning, where emotional displays become integral to personal branding. Authenticity is currency in today's political culture, said one communications strategist. That observation is accurate, but it applies both ways. Yes, there are political figures who perform grief for strategic advantage. That is real. And it happens. But the assumption that any public display of emotion is therefore manufactured the reflexive cynicism that treats every tear as a prop is equally damaging. It creates an environment where genuine grief is indistinguishable from performed grief because both get treated the same way. Erika Kirk is living inside that environment. Every tear she sheds in public will be scrutinized. Every smile will be weaponized. Every clothing choice will be examined. Every interaction will be replayed in slow motion. Whether she is grieving authentically or not, and the evidence does not support the claim that she is not, The internet has already decided, and a debunked video is not going to change that. Here is where everything stands. The tear solution video does not show what it claims to show. The accusation was debunked by anyone who watched the footage carefully. Neither Erika Kirk nor TPUSA has commented. The clip is still circulating. The memes are still spreading. The accusation has been added to the long list of things people believe about her regardless of the evidence. This is the information environment Erika Kirk is operating in, one where a debunked clip gets shared as proof, where the correction reaches a fraction of the audience the accusation reached, where grief is evaluated by strangers on a frame-by-frame basis and found wanting. Beyond the controversy, Kirk remains a widow balancing personal loss with public responsibility. That sentence should be the beginning of how we talk about this story, not the end of it. Not a footnote after the memes and the slow-motion replays and the satanic comments and the fake tear accusations. A widow, with 2 children, trying to lead an organization, under conditions that no human being should have to navigate in public. Whether you agree with her politics or not, whether you trust her leadership or not, that basic human reality deserves to be part of the conversation. Right now, it barely is. This has been the Marquee Report, serious, detailed coverage of the stories shaping the world right now. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss what comes next. See you on the next one.